Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for coming back and checking out another video. So March, weird month, am I right? So for April, I've been seeing, and for March really, I've been seeing a lot of Animal Crossing themes on the interwebs, which they are super cool, but I don't play Animal Crossing. What I do play is this really neat city simulation design game called Cities Skylines. And so I decided to go with that game for my April theme. So grab a notebook, some markers, or just a beverage, and let's get to it. For the quote page, I used a screenshot of the in-game loading screen and added the quote, "The best view comes after the hardest climb," using Procreate on my iPad Pro. I printed this and my title page out on drawing paper. I was surprised it printed with no issues. My title screen is a screenshot of my current city. I think it's called like Jade Bay or something. And I'm going to be manually drawing and coloring in the lettering and chirper. In the game, chirper is always at the top of the screen, letting you know what your citizens think of your city. The title page is mimicking the title screen of the game with Continue Game highlighted since we're progressing into a new month. I enjoyed the calendar stickers so much last month that I made more this month with my Cricut, changing the look up quite a bit to match the menus in the game. So here I'm using Crayola Super Tips, my Staedtlers, the usual culprits for coloring and doodling. Getting into the lettering, I'm doing all of the coloring first before going back over with a fine liner. I did the lettering in the same style as the game's title, in perspective, so I had to choose a vanishing point, which in this case is in the center of this page on the bottom of the rectangle under April. You can see it there, it's like a little dot. Anyways, I used that dot to line up the corners of the letters so they look three-dimensional. I used two more darker shades of blue to give a bit more depth and dimension without going too crazy here. Now I'm going in with my Faber-Castell fine liners. For the most part, I'm using the small tips and the medium tips in this setup. So you might notice I'm leaving out the bottom of the letters to go back in with my Jelly Roll pen to add just like a highlight on the edge there. It just gives it a little bit more of that 3D look, like the logo, without, like I said, going too bananas. It's a bullet journal spread and not like a masterpiece of whatever, of like art. It's not a masterpiece. So here's where the crazy begins. I'm going to go in with my somewhat trusty Posca paint pen, but as you'll see, it randomly spurted out way too much paint, so I am gently trying to disperse that to other letters and make the best of it. Ended up not perfect, but what can you do? Not stress over it. Going in and finishing up the title screen with new game, load game, and options. And that's the title page, done. So moving on to the monthly, this is probably the most involved monthly spread I've done in a while, but here we are. I've been bullet journaling for a little over a year, and for some reason April is always a bit extra. Last year I did a super fun, crazy watercolor 420 theme, so I had to go a little ham for this one. as well. The bottom of the spread is set up similarly to sort of the user dashboard in the game. You get to most of your tools and info in this dashboard. So I'm popping in the month, the actual temperature it is right now in Alamogordo, New Mexico, the amount of money my Cities Skylines city has, and its current population. The little bars that you see, the green, blue, and orange bars right there that I'm coloring in now, they are indicators for your city. The green means residential, the blue means commercial, and the orange means industrial. So it just lets you know what you should put in your city, what your city needs to thrive. And that little world icon over there, it just lets you know if it's daytime or nighttime. And you can also click that to move out further from your city to see if you want to buy new land and whatnot. So yeah, probably TMI about the game. So I'm outlining the calendar here, and I'm putting little tabs on there because in the game you have different areas, different categories of parks and water services and trash services and all those things that you can put in your city. So I thought it'd be cute to use the tabs as the days of the week. I know I said earlier that I put in April as the dashboard thing, but I just made up this name for my bullet journal city, Royal Lake, but as you will see in a second, I'm trying to go back in with this jelly roll and make it work on top of the black marker, but it is literally just not working. So I'm gonna use a black piece of paper and cover it up. I don't know why, but the jelly roll just works so much better on this black cardstock. So moving on, I'm trying something new this month and doing monthly tasks along with my usual goals up top. For my task, I'm trying to sweep once a week, wipe down counters at least once a week, wash Zora, my dog, every other week, and then clean the Instant Pot every week. We'll see how that goes. Last touch here is to add some washi tape with some cute trees and dots on it, and I ended up changing all the black areas in the dashboard to the black cardstock. Really love how it came out. So moving on to my habits and moves tracker, I ended up doing the stickers just like I told you earlier. So we're gonna put these in there. This page actually ended up being a dumpster fire page. So the stickers didn't line up exactly, and so I just had to go in and try to make it work. So I did these little bars. For the mood area below, in the game you can, whenever you plop down roads, you get these lots next to the road and you can color code them residential, commercial, or industrial. So I thought it'd be cute for my moods to make a little aerial view of the road and have the moods be the different lots. I don't love how the road came out. I should have tested it out somewhere else before just hopping in the journal, but such is life, and here we are. Doing these grid spaces took so much time. I did not expect this to take as long, but it took a nice little chunk of time to do that, and then I numbered them all to correspond with the day. I decided to try to add a road here. This page becomes a dumpster fire because I'm trying my hardest to make it work, but I don't know. Have my mood key there. Still trying to make it work. Still trying to make it work. Let's add washi because that'll fix it right up every time, right? No. Moving on and accepting defeat, I'm moving on to the box a day spread. I am determined to make this simple, so it's a nice contrast to the dumpster fire page. Okay, I'm doodling another chirper at the top with an info panel for the header. Overall, a pretty simple layout here, just a numbered grid to do a quick daily doodle or write a quick blurb about what happened on a particular day. Top it off with some washi and I'm into it. This is a new spread that I'm trying out for work. It's an invoicing spread, and this is the reason I love bullet journaling. You just get the flexibility you can't get with a pre-printed journal. So I'm going to try this out. This is a spread for one specific design client and contract where different activities need to be tracked for invoicing. So I'm setting up a daily grid to write in any related activities and the time worked on that activity. It'll be color-coded for the type of activity it is as well. And then along the bottom, there's some boxes to write in the invoice amount, how much is left in the contract, etc. Also wanted to doodle one of the cute donut commercial vehicles you see in the game, finishing it off with a quick gray border, and that's a done deal. The last spread in this setup is a shortened weekly spread, since the month starts on a Wednesday. I'm using my usual rolling weekly spread, which means the left side are tasks that need to be done on a particular day, and the ones on the right are tasks that I want to get done within the week, but don't have a specific due date. I grabbed this idea from Elizabeth over at Plant-Based Bride back in November, loved it, and have made a few adjustments with the way I mark things that may have a soft due date or a date that I'm going to try and finish it by. This spread also has a small notes section as well as my now usual wash day tracker, where I keep up with the curly products I use on my weekly wash day and any hair notes and or epiphanies that may happen. I'm also tracking movies and TV shows we're watching in the daily block and rating what I think about them. We recently finished The Outsider and McMillions on HBO if you're at all curious, and I highly recommend both of these. So since I'm not usually a proficient ruler user, something was bound to go wrong with setting up this task grid, and it did. So I ended up making a patch to fix that right up. Pro tip, always keep journal page scraps to fix large mistakes. And here's the final flip through. I absolutely love how this theme turned out and enjoyed using some new techniques to get the look and feel of the game, but still having it be productive and usable as a bullet journal. There were definitely some unexpected challenges and fixes, but that's part of the fun, I think. Let me know in the comments what your favorite spread is and if you even play Cities Skylines. Also be sure to give this video a like so others can find this video. It really does help me out and I appreciate it so much. Have a productive April, be safe, wash those hands, and I'll catch you next time. Bye guys. And if you like this video, here are a couple more I think you would enjoy.